Just a couple quick comments for you. You notice that in lesson 4.8, you actually have two tests. Two tests in one lesson for the first time. The first test is simply a vocabulary test dealing with chores and adverbs of frequency and the idea of once, one time, two times, three times, etc. The second test is an oral presentation in which, looking at the images of the different chores to remind you of the ones about which to speak, you're to give a 5-minute talk about the ones which you perform, the ones that someone else in the family performs. But very significantly, don't just stop at that point saying, I wash the dishes, I make the bed. If you do that, since it's a 5-minute talk and you need a certain number of points, specifically 115, you will find that you will not get enough points to get 100% or even come close in your fluency score because there are not enough verbs there and activities there about which to speak to give you enough to say during that 5-minute period of time. So make sure that as you talk about the chores that you perform, that you also talk about when you do them, and you talk about with what frequency. For example, when would be from Monday through Friday, or every weekend, or once a month, that sort of thing. Okay, that would be when you do them. And then the frequency would be sometimes, never, almost never, etc. Okay, so and not just in order to give you more things you can say in that 5-minute period of time. If you don't, for example, cut the grass or mow the lawn, then you could talk about the person who does it. Maybe it's your father, maybe it's your brother, and then talk about how often he or she does that activity, and talk about when they do that activity as well. So make sure you go beyond just talking about the verb, yes, I do this, no, I don't do it, but tell also when you do it or when someone else does it, and how frequently. And then you'll find that you'll have plenty of things you can say in the course of your 5-minute talk. That's it. Okay, you may move on now to lesson 4.8.